the Broncos, next on Madden Football.
The Broncos defense working on a 3-game winning streak as they start play. Now the one we'll be watching is this man at corner.
And he was definitely a ball hawk last week. He had 2 interceptions in that game. That's going above and beyond for a defender. But it shows just how good he's been in shutting down the other guy's passing game.
Herbert going to go to the air right away. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. If you look at this Bronco defense, they were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Back to the air, Herbert on second down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Herbert. And now another one thrown incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be
the Denver defensive unit back out there. They've got the 3-0 advantage here as this next drive starts, 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, 112 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern, because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Baron Browning, the one who brought him down. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you...
Herbert has it knocked free. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I don't know if he was just working through progressions or just unaware of the pressure, but no matter. Excellent work by the defense to get him to the ground before he could escape the pocket.
Back out comes the Bronco defense. And they're playing with a lead here in this first quarter as this drive gets underway. Herbert on first down now. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Herbert off of play action. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Baron Browning, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
The Denver defensive unit back out there. Their guys have the lead here in this first half. They'll try to further the cause on their end as this drive begins 1st and 10. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball down.
Back out comes the Bronco defense. They'll try to get the football right back to their offense who just punted. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
59.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. More from L.A. in a moment. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Williams brings it in. Touchdown, L.A. Mike Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from capturing the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off.
The Denver defensive unit back out there. They've got to defend a tough spot here. They're best. Running on first down, Eckler. He's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Josh Palmer from 8 yards out. And the Chargers are in. Back out comes the Bronco defense. They're in the ball game, but could use a stop here. Trailing in this third quarter as this next drive starts 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. On second down, here's Herbert. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 23 yards the pickup there.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Herbert back to the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. Herbert now. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Touchdown, Chargers! Gerald Everett, 28 yards. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Denver defensive unit back out there. And they're going to need to start slowing this offense down. They trail here 3rd quarter as this drive gets underway. On 1st and 10, Herbert got his man. It's Williams. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's got some space here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On first down, it's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up second down. Eckler, they run left side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Once more, here's Eckler. Down to about the 37. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 31. 84 yards rushing for him now to this point.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Herbert on third down now. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was third and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
On fourth down, Herbert. And Allen's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment.
Come on, let's go.
So after the fourth down conversion, now first and 10 inside the 25. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Now a 2nd and 6.
Hey, go Lion.
Here's Herbert. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one. And that one falls incomplete.
Herbert throwing again. That is caught. And the Chargers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the first and goal.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra.
Back out comes the Bronco defense. And they've been pretty well carved up, to be frank, by this offense all game long. Just trying to ride this one out to the finish. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. There he goes, right side. Down the right sideline. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A big play there for L.A. Give him 52 yards on the ground. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mike Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing. The Denver defensive unit back out there. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. Herbert on the screen. This is Eckler. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting...
Back out comes the Bronco defense. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for 1 more first down to help salt this one away. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
He needed 2, he only got 1. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it?
The Denver defensive unit back out there. They'll be summoned 1 more time here in the final minute of this football game. Up the middle with Eckler. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Second down and 8. It's Ekeler again, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Out of the gun, Ekeler running it. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. They'll run for it with Ekeler. And maybe a little over-pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. But this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
I can get it gone in a blink.
Hey, come in Monday, ready to do some work. Time to turn this around, guys.